going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Rashad Penny, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing...
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Mike Yellow. Right. 43. Rush in.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 7-yard line.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two. There's a 180.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to throw here. Completes it to Corey Grant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Got one. I got one.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
I got him. Check 13. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Top up. Hey, alert 3.
Back to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On first down, it's Grant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. There's plenty of distance there as he banks it in. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carry that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught by Penning. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
And he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like
and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he finds Penny. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Target.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the air.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He's coming, double up. Kill.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But it'll be second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's get in there now. Go. Here we go. Check him off. Check the call. Mike's 50. Mike's left.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here I come.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Hey, 57.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Completes this one to Meredith. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable here for Callaway. Still going. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the interception by the Redskins indeed leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. I got you.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets it to Meredith, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. You go night-night. Night-night. Hey, Mike 51.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. This is Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And the Packers pick it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
For that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 13-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness is such...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Penny. Gets around him. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Now it's Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Redskin first down.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up.